Okay, we're going to start with a new part and sketch on the front plane, adding our center line from the origin, going over just a bit, and we are going to anchor that, make a fixed position right there. That's going to be for our revolve feature, which we're going to do after we create the profile of this sketch. So I'm just going to start roughing in kind of the profile that's shown in the book. You can see the kind of the preview, kind of the numbers as I move the cursor. And so I'm getting it kind of close. I'm going to make sure that that's enclosed by turning on and off the shade section. Okay, just going to start dimensioning this out, just like in the book. Trying to find the best place to start. I guess on this part, there really isn't the best place to start, but I'm going to do this little groove right here, but I do need to make these two lines here. I need to make these collinear. Okay, I'm going to start adding some more dimensions, and this might screw up our profile when I type this in, and it did. So when that happens, you can see the lines crossed over, and I'm just going to drag that final little part off to the side to make that possible shape again. Okay, I'm going to use kind of our new dimensioning technique to draw across the diameter of the entire future part after the revolve. You can see that to do that, I'm clicking on the center line first, then tapping the line, and then crossing back over the center line to give it that overall. I'm going to do it one more time on this right here. Crossing over, you can see how that's done. And I'm missing a dimension. What am I missing? Okay, I'm missing this one. Okay. We've done revolves before. I'm just going to keep the sketch in front of me. Revolve. I can just click on the line there, and it will use that as an axis to go 360 degrees around to create the solid part on the revolve. Okay, I'm going to do this little groove here at the top after I save it. I've already saved it here, but this is just a reminder that you guys need to save these so you don't lose anything. Okay, another sketch on the front plane. We're going to use kind of this new arc technique. It's kind of a shortcut. You draw a line out just like we would do another line segment, but if you go back to that point, you can swing up and create an arc. You can go down, up. Yeah. All right, that was just an example. We'll do this shape down here. I'm going to start with the vertical going down. I'm not touching the top of that shaft because I don't want to create a coincident. In this case, that's not what I want. Just going to rough that guy in like that. You can see there's tangencies. They're already created from that arc because those are tangent in the construction of them. I made those equal right there by holding Control. I'm just going to start dimensioning this out. And I have those both equal, so that radii applies to both of those. So that will fully define that groove there. And an extruded cut from the midplane. Type in our distance. Okay, that. Okay, we're going to do a sketch on this face here. Polygon 6 sides, circumscribed. I'm not going to touch any of the points because I want to add the constraints myself to make sure that they go. I want that edge and that edge to be equal. And then I want this to be horizontal. Lock that into place. Okay, now I'm going to do a cut. You notice right now it wants to, just by default, wants to cut inside that profile, but we want to cut the opposite side. So we want to check that flip side to cut. And we're going to go up to this surface here. Looks good. Okay, that's all the modeling for that one. And change our material. And that's it.